Hello ladies, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the next core value of old money, or those who have old money values, and that is work ethic. If you're new here, you may not know, my name is Nicole. I've been on a little bit of a level up journey this year, and this month we are talking all about the old money book, How to Live Better While Spending Less, The Secrets of America's Upper Class. Now, some of the things that I'm learning in this book definitely don't just apply to America, but if you want to pick it up and follow along with me, or if you want to stay till the end of this series, I'll be giving a copy of the book away. Now with that, one of the things that I'm learning about old money is that they discover what they love to do. If you saw the previous video where I was talking all about how old money educates their children, you'll see why it's not only important to educate your children, but understand what they like to do. And you can't understand what you like to do if you don't know who you are. And I think that's some of the things that, if you saw the previous video where I'm talking about education, I think maybe if I was fostered to kind of understand who I am, what I like, and where I would thrive, I would have been able to pick an education that served me a little bit better than the one that I chose. Now, with that being said, I still landed on my feet, and it's never too late to invest in your education. So I'm constantly someone who is investing in courses and programs, etc. And sometimes, because I don't see the whole puzzle, if that makes sense, I might invest in a program that is up here, but really I needed to do a program that was down here, or I invested in a program that was over here, and I really needed to invest in a program that was over here. And I think sometimes that is the thing with education. It's a roadmap, so you're not wasting time going here and going there and learning this and learning that. You're learning in a way that allows you to get to where you want to go a lot quicker. It's almost like a roadmap. And so I think it all starts off with understanding who you are and what you even like to do. Take notice, usually those that are old money, they aren't working because they have to. They're working because they enjoy it. Even if you look at the royal family, they work, but not because they have to. You know, I think they have to like show face, but a lot of the things that they do for work aren't actually a part of their official roles. They do it out of passion. So if you are looking to adopt old money values or old money mindset, you must get to know yourself. Old money realizes that there's no good chance at happiness without purposeful, productive work. Obviously, in many cases, old money doesn't work because it needs the money. It works because there's joy in doing what you love. Whether it's a profession that provides a paycheck or volunteer work for a charity, old money works. All of the world's religions advocate the concept of being of service. So does old money. Go figure. There's no comfort in relaxation if you haven't experienced the contrast of challenging work. Old money has the distinct privilege of often being able to do what it's passionate about for a living. This is born out of old money's innate sense of the importance of making a contribution to oneself by using God-given talents in a meaningful vocation to one's family by producing an income, setting an example for children, and honoring the efforts of parents, and to community by creating jobs and making the world a better place to live. Understanding what or where you go to next is going to require a strong sense of self to be able to recognize and accept the things that you're learning about yourself, and then understand where you need to pivot and go to from here. The other thing that I'm learning about old money is the fact that they grow up around achievers. There's a girl on TikTok, I can't even remember her name, but I do know she had a rare form of eye cancer, and she talks a lot about business and finances, and she says she grew up around old money. Now, in this book, one of the things that they say is if someone says they're old money, run. They're not old money, so I do question her a little bit. But that being said, I think when people have grown up in an environment where they're seeing certain actions displayed before them, they just end up adopting those actions and behaviors as well. Rigorous prep school curricula develop good study habits early. Athletics forge self-discipline. Reading and travel round out character and intelligence. A keen sense of self may be accompanied by a cavalier disregard for convention, but the work ethic is there.
Old money saying, get your butt in gear.
The thing is about old money is that they don't waste time. Old money understands that time is the only thing that you can't buy back, and you definitely can't borrow it. Old money is focused on maximizing the moment, and often maximizing on the moment means that you're committing to whatever it is that you're doing in that moment without distraction. So this means you're not trying to do your work and watch TV at the same time. You're not trying to go out for a nice meal and be on your phone finishing up work at the same time. Have you ever heard about multitasking? People talk about it, but it is actually a myth. What's actually happening when you multitask is your brain is just switching between thoughts. It's not actually that you're focused on two things at once. You will notice that old money has self-discipline, and when you think about it, self-discipline is often the skill that gets people to the next level of what they're trying to achieve. Exercising is a self-discipline. Schooling is a self-discipline. Studying is a self-discipline. Reading is a self-discipline. Posture, deportment, all of these things, they're self-disciplines. And often you'll find that those with old, or those who come from old money, they have really practiced self-discipline, even in ways that you might not even realize. Being able to keep your private affairs to yourself is a self-discipline. And so I think it's easy to think, oh, old money, they have money and everything has come easy to them. But sometimes those things that have come easy to them, there's still areas where they would have to practice self-discipline, like maybe not sharing all of their business, but that's coming up in another video.
It's also best to have goals for different areas of your life, not just your career or finances. Old money leads a balanced life, and so should you. Goals help develop discipline and give purpose to life. Start small. Conquer your closet before you take on the world. If you did not get the benefit of self-discipline from school or athletics, start small daily or weekly targets on an area of your life that you want to improve. Avoid the pointless. Have a definite purpose in mind when developing a habit. Make your first goal so easy that you could do it without even trying, but do it. Reach your first goal. Acknowledge your success. Then set your second goal that is a little more demanding. Reach it, acknowledge your success, and set another goal.
So here's the thing about goal setting. You have to be brutally honest about it. I'm probably not going to become a millionaire this year. That's me being honest. But I can still set myself a financial goal and still work towards it. I'm probably not going to become 100 pounds lighter this year. But I can still put a plan in place and have a goal to work towards it. We don't need to take failure or success so personally. Really, success and failure, they're just a matter of feedback. If you failed at something, you've had the feedback of something along the way needs to be tweaked. If you had success at something, you just had feedback of the fact that everything that you're doing is working out the way that you planned it to. Now here are some of the biggest takeaways that I took from this chapter. 1, find a role model. One of my everyday role models is a fellow content creator friend. Her name is Lois. That girl gets up early, she gets her workout in, she eats good, she follows up on all of her emails, and I just admire it so much. Equally, you can find a mentor. If there's somebody that you can't mentor from in your everyday life, maybe that means that you enroll in an online course. Yes, you might have to pay for it. If you've been following this channel any length of time, you will know that I enrolled in Anna Bay's Secrets of the Elite Woman program. Often there are people out there that maybe you might not be able to learn from them in their personal life, but you can invest in a program from someone like them and set yourself up for success from there. So you have a role model in your day-to-day life, you've found a mentor, maybe you can buy an online course. Next, you might want to ask yourself, what puts you in the zone? And if you've figured out what puts you in the zone, can you ask yourself, can you turn this into a career? I liked taking videos, I liked taking pictures. Now, being a content creator is a thing. Is there something that you can do like that? What are you naturally good at? I mentioned in my previous video all about how old money values education, that I was naturally good at doing hair and talking, and so that led me to wanting to either become a hairstylist or to go into radio and broadcasting. Ask yourself, what are you naturally good at? Next thing that I've learned is to work in short bursts, because as a society these days, we have such short attention spans that you will be a lot more effective in your work if you can work in short intervals as opposed to trying to pack in work for your whole 8-hour day. The last two takeaways that I have is if you start something, finish it. That is such an old money value and trait, and understand the requirements that is going to go into a profession. Like I said in, I believe it was the last video all about education, I didn't go into radio and broadcasting because I knew that it was going to require a certain lifestyle of me that wasn't conducive with what I wanted for my future. So these are the questions that you might have to ask yourself, but it all starts with getting to know yourself. Anyways, ladies, that is it for this video. I hope you're enjoying this series all about old money and how to live better while spending less. Thanks for watching.